Welcome back, everybody. We're back.
We're back.
The boys are back from High School Musical 2, 3. The boys are back.
Oh, I feel like that's 3 when they're dressed.
Oh yeah. Yes, it is. You're right. You are correct. I knew our resident High School Musical stan.
I am as glorified, Gleek, repressed theater gay, anything like that I've watched.
All of it, all the above.
All right. Well, anyways, that's
back to us.
Yeah, a little behind the scenes banter.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
Did you miss us?
You know what? I missed you.
I missed you. I feel like I literally felt like a week off. It was
our car ride when I picked Mike up. Like I was trying to be quiet because I wanted to save like all the good chit chat for when we got here.
I was like, I can't even like.
We had so much to discuss, but
yeah, what we've watched.
We were like, let's just save it.
Basically, the talk of the townie's wedding I was at.
Yes, I know.
A marriage,
and everybody was a fan.
Yeah, so this is my best friend Alana.
Alana with the pool. For those of you who listen, I refer to her
as my friend with the pool. She married her long-term boyfriend, who's a Quincy native. So
as all the best people are, and
she's a Medford girly. So they basically like they're us, and only the straight version.
Exactly.
Because I wouldn't call this not a marriage.
No. This is our 100%.
So it was fun. It was a blast. It was down the Cape. Me and my friends got an Airbnb.
It looked
it was like
gorgeous.
I mean, they are like Barbie and Ken,
totally.
And she is just so type A. Like she got engaged like December 2020, and like literally had a venue. I think by like first week Jan.
Icon.
So, like she is. Just so,
good for her.
Yeah, and she looked like a Barbie straight out of a box. He looked so handsome.
No, I loved her dress and like her everything. She looked stunning.
Did you see the outfit change?
Yeah, of course I did.
Everything.
It really was.
It was so much fun. Medford and Quincy people can drink. The bar was not. Alana and Mike should have given them a warning.
Yeah.
That like, hey, have Tito's on. Deck.
No, the last wedding that I went to with all Quincy people, because it was like a Quincy bride and a Quincy groom, they ran out of Bud Lights.
Yeah, that is none. So real. And
it's like just classic.
Yeah, they like she had to like fight with the venue to get Casamigos in. Like it was already like
Queen.
There was so much Tito's, but then we were all saying we're pretty sure like the Tito's they were giving us like after cocktail hour and like after dinner was just water. Like I like.
Sometimes it's hard to get like really drunk at a wedding.
As a professional wedding guest at this point, like I know how to get fucked up at a wedding, and I will say was pleasantly shocked to like how coherent I. Not that I'm like trying to black out, but I've definitely,
when you drink all day
I've definitely
like that,
been drunker leaving a wedding.
When you drink all day like that, it's hard.
But it was so much fun. I mean, it was cold AF during cocktail hour because
it was outside.
Yeah. But. The breeze was so nice when I was like smoking a jewel.
Yeah, of course.
Best part. The best part is ripping a vape at your best friend's wedding.
There's nothing like it.
But it was a blast. It was so much fun. That was like my whole weekend. Went to Cuffy's. You know, if you're a local girl,
I love Cuffy's.
No Cape trips complete without
a nice Cuffy sweatshirt.
And did they get rid of like all of the smaller ones? When we were looking online, is it only Dennis and P-Town? I thought they were like kind of all sprinkled around.
I don't know. There might be. Well, so I know that they're opening next to the like sweatshirt Cuffy's. They're opening like a little. It almost looks like honestly downtown Disney or like Disney's. Not Disney.
It does look like the Disney store.
Like it looks like it's like. Why can't I think of the word? But it looks like not Disney Springs. Oh, like the boardwalk in Disney with like all the old timey shops and like whatever. Yeah. They're building like a little something there that it's gonna. If you don't know what Cuffy's is, if you're not local. Cuffy's is like it's a sweatshirt place. Basically, there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
It's all like quintessential Cape Cod
It just says Cape Cod
and
like a font that's like only like it came from Cuffy's.
Yeah. And you can't duplicate it.
You can't dupe it. You can't get it at like a cheaper souvenir store.
Like you're paying the $40 for a sweatshirt and you're calling it
pro tip, you go off season, everything's 50% off.
It's always...
I got shorts, I got a long sleeve, and this cute yellow crew neck, $57.
What?
I know.
Okay, Mr. Bargain Hunter.
That's a life hack for you.
Hey, good for you. That's pretty good.
My friend Dylan like rolled out with I'm like, why did you buy everything from Cuffy's? He bought like We have matching outfit. He bought like 2 sweatshirts.
You know what? Their sweatpants are really nice. I used to have a pair that I really loved.
He's going to be so mad you said this because he's like, my biggest regret is that I put the sweatpants down.
Oh, Dylan, you should have got the sweatpants. I'm sorry, honey, but you should have. They're really, I have a pair from like literally.
We're going to have to go back to the Cape
now. Like 2007 that I haven't gotten rid of yet.
I will say, food aside from like chowder, lobster roll, like the Cape staples, sucks.
Well, where did you go?
We went to.
Did you go to Wolfie's?
No. We went
big mistake.
to.
Huge.
Where the fuck did we go? Brask.
Oh, Brack's Landing.
Brack's Landing. I was there
not
twice.
My favorite. It's okay.
It was okay.
Yeah.
Like it was. I like the outdoor.
Yeah. It's a cute little spot.
So nice for Saturday.
Yes.
But
the food's like just okay.
Yeah, but like I mean, I was content.
Yeah.
And then we went to Ember.
You're not about to slander Ember, are you?
It was like a glorified Pizza Hut.
What? Their pizza's really good.
No, their pizza was cuck.
I'm really sad to hear you say that. My husband is going to be very upset. That's like his favorite spot.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I literally was like, I can't believe like we went here.
Oh my God. They have a shrimp scampi pizza that like in the off season, I dream about it.
Maybe we just didn't get the right stuff. We got a margarita and that was like, okay.
Yeah.
We got a chicken bacon ranch and the bacon was like not cooked.
Ew.
And then we got like a white pizza and it was like the best one out of the 3, but it's like, it's like that come claim your prize. Like it was, the chicken tenders sucked. And I was like
really
pissed about it because it said like pizza and wings. So I was picturing like.
Yeah, their wings are good.
I know. The problem is like I'm fine. Are you a bone in or boneless?
I prefer
were you silent
boneless.
Or were you silent?
Yeah, exactly. I prefer a boneless. But like if it's a place that advertises its wings, like I will go bone in.
Yeah,
because I know that they're
I like
be
a bone
then.
in. But the group I was with, like I don't care. I'm like whatever, chicken tender, chicken, whatever. So we did boneless, and we did like a sweet and spicy, which is fine.
Yeah.
And then like the garlic parm was like.
Oh yeah, their garlic parm is weak. It's weak.
Yeah, it was just not. I took one bite and I was like, I would need a whole bottle of Tums for the rest of the night.
Totally.
So I like was no on that. Their nachos were bad.
That's really sad. I'm wondering if maybe it's because it's like I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's because it was the off season. Like maybe
I don't know because it was
like maybe their chef was off.
It was
that night.
slammed.
Maybe that's why.
I don't know, but
that's too bad.
Would not be going. This is not Phantom Gourmet approved on my end.
No. Not Mike Gourmet approved.
So we did that, and then we came home. But it was a great weekend. And then I like don't know how I did, but then I went out Sunday because I'm living with gay people, and they just have the most energy in the world, and I have not learned to say no yet. So then I got home and then I went to a party and then I went to tea. I shouldn't have drank all day Sunday like I did.
Adorable. Well, that's fun.
I know.
That's good. That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, it was a great weekend.
I love the wedding biz. Like
people came over and said that they play our podcast at work.
Love.
And that
love.
Older women think we like are basically TMZ and that we just provide such scandal.
We really do provide the scandal.
And then someone asked me how to describe our podcast. And I was just like, I didn't know. Like because I want to give references, but I feel like people you have to also like be in the thick of us being like we're like 2 judgy girls or like a not racist controversial morning toast. And like that makes sense to people, but an older audience, I was like, we're like pop culture, but also like what's going on in the week?
But also like we chat about ourselves.
So I don't know, but
I'm starting to think at first I was like, okay, people don't care about what we do, but now I'm starting to feel like people kind of want to know what we've been up to.
Yeah, like I felt when we took our week off and I said, what do people want?
People
like,
enjoy the chit chat. I was worried that they wouldn't, but they do.
Yeah, because I enjoy the chit chat.
No, me too. It's my favorite part.
But appreciation.
Yeah.
Clap to everyone.
Thank you guys. Thanks to everybody
watches,
that listens. Everybody that filled out the poll, telling us what you want to see more of.
Mm-hmm.
We hear you, we see you, and we shall. So thank you for that.
What did you do?
Well, big weekend started off on Thursday night when I went to the opening night premiere of Don't Worry, Darling.
Yes.
Let me just tell you.
Let's dive into it.
It was, well, first of all, let me say, are you planning on seeing it?
Not in theater.
Okay. So you don't care if I give spoilers?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
How long was it?
It was 2 hours. It really wasn't that bad.
Like, don't give away the ending.
Okay, I won't give away the ending.
Yeah.
But there will be like some mild spoilers for the next like little bit. So it's like we've been talking for about 10 minutes. So I'll if you don't want like small spoilers, you know, I'm not going to give away the ending, but like, you know, we'll be talking about like what happens.
Yeah, skip this part.
Yeah, skip this part and we'll tell you when to come back. So first of all, it was really good. Obviously, I went into this movie the way that I go into most things in my life,
well,
which
let's just take a moment
Yeah.
to appreciate you stepping into a movie theater.
Yeah, thank you. I actually went back and I looked, and the last time that I went to the movie theater before this moment was in 2012 when I went to go see Les Mis with my mom.
And 2012?
Yes. Like legit 10 years ago. I go on field trips like with my school to the movie theaters, but like I always volunteer to be the bathroom monitor. I don't sit in the theater.
Oh my, we are like so two types of people. Continue.
Yeah,
wow.
So first of all, and my husband was like, and he's going to be like, stop talking about me on your podcast. My husband was like, wait till you see the prices at this place. It's criminal. And I was like, oh, please. Like, I felt like the mom in Arrested Development, but it's like, oh, please, Michael, it's a banana. How much could it cost? Like,
yeah,
that was legit me. Like at the movie theater, I'm like, oh, please. It's like one thing of popcorn and a soda. How much could it cost?
$40.
Yeah, they're like $33. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I paid like $20 for the ticket and then another like 30 for, but the Coke was the size of my head. And they had like the nice drink machine where you can like mix up whatever concoction you want.
As someone who's been to a movie theater past
yeah.
the early 2010s.
Yeah, it was, for me, it was a whole new world.
That's the new normal.
Right. Well, yes. For me, I didn't know that. And they had the receipts that reclined too, which is great. But so I got a Coke with lemon because like you can get the little Coke lemon on the fancy drink machine.
I always do vanilla Coke.
Yeah. Oh, you strike me as a vanilla Coke. I had an ex-boyfriend that was a big vanilla Coke guy.
Is he gay now?
I don't think so, but you know, you never know. But so anyway, so I went with my friend and my husband, and first, like I was saying, I approached this movie the way I approach most things in my life, like go in with low expectations and you won't be disappointed, you know? And that's on trauma. And so I just was like, whatever. Everybody's saying it's horrible. It's probably not that good, but I'm going to see it anyways because I love Harry Styles and I love Florence Pugh.
Exactly.
And let me just tell you, Florence Pugh shined like a fucking diamond. If you see this movie for no other reason, see it for Florence Pugh. Like, I am straight, and Florence Pugh is like, I don't know if I want to be her, if I want to be with her. And I mean that so sincerely. She is stunning, perfect, beautiful, wonderful. I love her more than anything on this planet.
That's how I felt watching her in Little Women.
Oh my God. She is so good. She really, like, the way she shined in this movie. And I don't know if we talked about this, but did you know, originally, so she plays the main character. Her name is Alice. Originally, before COVID, she was supposed to play Olivia Wilde's character, which would have been crazy. But anyways, and now, like, knowing that Shia LaBeouf was supposed to play Harry, I don't want to say that I think that would have been a better call because I think that would be unfair to Harry. But what I will say is if anybody else played this role besides Harry, like, he wouldn't be facing the criticism that he was. You know what I mean? Because it was a good role. Like, the role was well written. Yeah. It was probably pretty hard to play that role. And I won't say too much, but because of the twist at the end, it was probably a pretty hard role to play. And I just think he was done dirty because he's Harry Styles. Like, I think everybody expected this, like, level out of him. And he was like, no, he was fine. Like, I'm not going to say he was fantastic because I don't think he was. He was fine.
Yeah.
Any other man, you would have been like, whatever, he was fine.
That's what I've seen. It's been fine. But now I wish like I could remember. But I saw that there's some other movie coming out now.
The My Policeman movie?
No. A new thing.
Can't wait to see that.
And it literally was like, it's between Harry and someone else that they're considering for the role.
He said it in one of his interviews or at one of his concerts or something. They were like, oh, like, are you going to do another movie? And he was like, no time soon. But I thought it was just because he was doing the Marvel. And I thought he was so busy with Marvel.
Yeah, but they're saying Marvel is like, there's no plan yet. But like,
I thought it was like done.
But Marvel's like hush hush. So like they could have already filmed like whatever they need with him. But I don't think so. They were like,
I thought it was like the movie was. I thought the Marvel movie was done. I just assumed.
No, because it's not like he's not like Captain America. He's not going to get his own movie. But he'd
I
be
thought
like,
that's what it was.
No, he'd be like a piece of Marvel's like a piece of something.
Okay, I didn't know that. And also while I was seeing this, I saw the
any good trailers.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I saw a couple of good trailers. There was one that was like really scary by that. What's that director that makes like all the really fucked up movies?
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. Mm-hmm. That guy, like, I hope he has a therapist, like, somewhere, because he really has a very disturbed mind.
He wrote a movie that like is like, it's kind of like same energy as Ryan Murphy, where it's like he did Glee and American Horror Story.
That's really? Basically it's about like the apocalypse and like the end of the world. And like, I just like, I saw the trailer or whatever, and I was like, I hope this man like is getting the help that he needs, like, because he really needs help.
Okay, but are you ready to hear 2 movies in his portfolio that you're gonna be like,
yeah, I'm kind of scared.
What?
Yeah.
First one being She's All That from 1999.
Okay.
So like teen movie.
I can't believe he directed that.
And
wait, that's actually insane. No, keep going.
This one, thank God you're sitting down.
Oh my God.
Stuart Little.
You're lying.
Swear to God.
You're lying.
Swear to God. And then he pivots to like thriller. But like, he was busy in 1999.
Stuart Little? I can't.
Just Stuart Little one.
I can't.
Which honestly is kind of a horror movie when you think about that bird going after him.
Yeah, you're right.
And the cat. So
and
like,
the fact that like out of all the poor babies that could have been adopted,
out of all the babies in the orphanage, they picked a rat.
Like, sad. But you know what's crazy is there's a Stuart Little book, and in the book, he's not a rat.
What is he?
He's just a small person.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that
version.
Like,
what's wrong with what's his name? M what? M Night who? M Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan. What is wrong with M. Night Shyamalan that he was like, okay, Stuart Little about
needs
a little
to be
person,
a rat.
But he's a rat.
I feel like, don't they have a version with him as a mouse though, as a book?
I don't know. Maybe they wrote it after.
Yeah.
I don't know. But either way, but he has a new movie coming out that looks messed up. But the trailer there was 2 trailers that caught my eye. And again, I'm not a Marvel girly, but the trailer for Wakanda Forever looked like it had me in tears.
Oh, like I cried twice watching the trailer because I had to watch
really
it the second time. And it's going to be almost 3 hours long.
Oh, wow.
That's as of right now, it's the longest Marvel. And they be doing this as a Marvel girl.
Yeah.
That they'll be like, they said Multiverse of Madness was going to be like 2 hours and 42 minutes. And then it got cut to like 2:12. So it's like, but I do think there's so much they have to do in this because
of Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah. So there's like a lot. It's kind of like they have to like tie that up and start the story.
Right. Yes.
So
I think that's fair.
I do think it will be that long.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be fucking action packed.
No, it looks like
can't
really
wait.
good.
And that comes out in like November.
I think it does. And I think either right around Thanksgiving, whatever that Thanksgiving release that they always look forward to is.
Yeah, because that's like the last Phase 4 or Phase 5 Marvel movie.
I don't
they
know what
do
that
like
means, but
pieces and phases for like it that all lead into like their bigger story.
Oh, okay.
So this is our transition from whatever happened from the last Avengers movie to like get us to like the new
Avengers
piece.
movie.
So this was like our kind of like our filler episodes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, that sounds good. So the trailer for that looked really interesting. And then star-studded movie that I'd never heard of until I saw the trailers for this that looked amazing. Amsterdam. I don't know anything about it.
Taylor Swift's in that, right?
Taylor Swift is in it. I want to say Margot Robbie, but that's actually not correct.
That is not correct.
That is not correct. Amsterdam movie. Let's see. Amsterdam. It's Christian Bale. Oh, it is Margot Robbie. Christian Bale, Margot Robbie, Taylor Swift, John David Washington, Anya Taylor-Joy, Robert De Niro, Rami Malek, like truly star-studded. But apparently the reviews are bad. Okay.
Well, who cares? It sounds like a movie I would love. I'll read the...
Yeah, tell us what it's about.
Oh, and it comes out like next week.
Oh, okay.
Set in the 30s, it follows 3 friends who witness a murder, become suspects themselves, and uncover one of the most outrageous plots in American history.
Wow, T. Okay. Yeah, I would be interested in that. But the cast alone is amazing.
And is Taylor Swift like in it, or is she like
I think she is in it.
Just walks by and they're like, oh my God, it's her.
Like Hannah Montana and at the end.
Yeah, if you blink, she's like, so you miss her by the pool.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I would see that. So those were the 2 trailers that I was like, oh, those seem really interesting. But anyways, the movie was great. I really liked it. I went back and I saw it a second time because the teacher in me had to be like, did I see the foreshadowing? Did I miss the foreshadowing? Like,
you went to a movie theater twice.
Yes.
Wow.
Are you proud of me?
I am proud of you.
Thank you. We call that growth.
That is huge.
So yeah, it was good. I'm like, my entire TikTok For You page is like theories about like the ending and like things that I missed and whatever. And like,
People
I'm
be
really
doing that.
I'm
like,
really
you
vibing
can't just
with
watch a movie now. You have to like
Oh, you really have
unpack.
to dissect it.
It's like,
Yeah.
just watch the fucking movie.
No, I know. So that's why, but I went back with like 2 friends who hadn't seen it yet. And like seeing their faces when like certain things happened, I was like, ah, yes. And
I love
Yeah.
that. But I'm so obnoxious with that. Like,
me too. I'm like, watch.
like, no, pay attention. Like, I can't even
like something big's about to
I
happen.
can't even lie and be like, oh no, I didn't watch it. I'll watch it for the first time because I'm like,
No, I know. Legit me.
That's how I was when I watched Do Revenge. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't.
What?
Is it Netflix or Hulu?
It's Netflix.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I
What
was
the
I went to the
hell?
movies twice this weekend. You're asking
but
a lot
you
of
can
me.
watch it at your house, and it was so
Okay.
good.
I'm gonna
oh
watch
my
it.
god, it was so good.
Okay.
It is like how I've described it to people. It's like Heathers times Mean Girls times Clueless with like a little bit of Cruel Intention sprinkled in.
Okay, I like
And
it.
the music and the costumes are so.
Is it original
fucking
music
good.
or is it like real music?
Oh no, it's real music. Like
okay.
It's soundtrack. I mean, it's no The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Yep.
But
What is?
I was
What could be?
yeah, what could beat that? But it was up there for me.
Wow,
and the outfits were great. And as a
That's how I felt. Don't worry, darling. The costuming was chef's kiss.
Yeah, but that's like Stepford Wives vibes. Some of these
No, I know.
shit is like girls want to wear that now. It's very like feather tops, Paige DeSorbo, pastel,
So true.
schoolgirl vibes. I'm like a sucker for like any type of uniform moment.
Yeah.
I love
That's because
that.
you didn't wear a uniform.
I did go to private school, but
yeah.
but the boy uniform is just
Yeah, it's
khakis and
different.
polo. You know, I wanted to wear like that plaid little
Yeah, of
jumper.
course.
I
The
wanted
little-
to.
yeah.
I wanted it so bad.
I was such a jumper girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Love
classic.
that whole thing. Like I loved.
Well,
so
the plaid
jealous
looks
of
great
my
on you.
sister's uniform, and
Yep.
I hated mine.
I think plaid is like really it's doing it for you.
Thank you.
It's really giving. You're looking so fall and like fun and flirty.
Old Navy's the new J. Crew.
I completely agree with you. Oh no, Banana Republic. I was gonna say they're owned by the same parent company, but it's not.
No,
It's
they're
Banana
not.
Republic.
But it's like all J. Crew vibes. I like did like I was very happy with my fall clothes.
I think I should go. We might have to go back and amend our previous statements about spoilers because I didn't give a single spoiler. I basically didn't even tell you anything that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, but there is. So I was really worried. Like I'm like a huge baby when it comes to like anything scary.
Yeah, were you scared?
No, I was not scared. There is not a single. I kept waiting for a jump scare, and there wasn't one.
Because it's like a psycho thriller, right?
Yeah, it's like a psycho thriller, and there's not a jump scare. But after you see it, we can discuss. There was one moment that was not a jump scare, but Harry Styles comes on the screen in a moment of where I literally was like, "That is who I'm devoting all of my time and attention to." That man.
Are his tattoos like all covered up?
Oh, totally covered up. Yeah,
I love that. Makeup is so crazy.
makeup is so crazy. But anyways, that's that. So
That's
don't worry,
it.
darling.
Don't worry,
See
darling.
it. If you haven't seen it, definitely see it. Go in with low expectations and you won't be disappointed. Because I was.
So honestly, though, fan reaction is way higher than like what Rotten Tomato has. So
No, and I'm giving it a good score, and not even for Harry Styles. Like I genuinely mean like it has nothing to do with him.
yeah.
And everybody else's acting is like truly fantastic. Chris Pine, oh my god,
yeah.
like. I mean, you obviously know that, like, in the movie, there's, like, he's up to something.
Yeah.
And, like, let me just say, no matter what it was that he
Does
was up
Harry
to.
spit on him in the movie?
Nope. No spit. No spit involved. He does kiss Nick Kroll, though, in the movie.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
That's fun.
So I think that's why they did it at the premiere. I think it was, like, a play on that. It was cute.
Got it.
I liked it. Like,
yeah,
big
I will
enjoy.
see. Yeah, I honestly probably wait for it to hit my like sneaky streaming
That's fine.
streaming website.
okay.
But yeah, I'll watch that. I need to see Bros. My roommate saw it last night, so it was great.
I heard it was very good.
I
I love Billy. Love
yeah.
Billy on the street.
And then trying to think. Oh, the only other thing I'm watching that's like not Bravo related before we get into the Bling Ring is the Jeffrey Dahmer show.
How is my boy Evan Peters?
I physically worry for him now because he just takes on such crazy, intense roles that like I would hate for that. I don't know how he can like check that at the door.
Like leave the baggage behind.
Or
Totally.
even like because like he is so terrifying. terrifying. Like, but it's so good how it's filmed. Episode 6, like the way it's filmed and like the story and like how they make you feel for his victims is like so it's like a lot. Episode 6 was a lot. That's
like
where
very triggering.
Not sure. I mean, the whole thing, like, as like a gay man, me and my roommates were talking about, like, oh
Yeah.
my god, like we will only host, like we can never travel for sex ever again,
Right?
Because it. But then like Twitter, like they ruin like it's like such a place if you're like not active on Twitter, like they'll take the most gut wrenching thing and make a meme out of it, and you're like laughing. So like the big thing is
Right.
like Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment like stunk because he just has all these like
that's so
bodies
gross.
decaying in there. And like someone tweeted, they were like, if Jeffrey Dahmer smelt that bad one, why the fuck are you going to his apartment?
Right.
And it's like also tea. Like also tea.
Like legit tea.
Because like I won't dance with a guy at a club if you like reek a BO. I'm like, I'm gonna go get a drink and find my friends. I'll find you after.
You in a few.
But I think it's great. It's getting a little pushback on like the victims' families. I don't think we're
thrilled with
we're not thrilled with how it was represented, but like having to go through that trauma. I mean, it was only like he was caught in 91. So like it's
wow, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was
that's crazy.
Caught in 91. And like yeah, and it's like even crazy like I was saying, I was like, we don't really have serial killers anymore, but it's like it's just because
it's like we probably do. We probably just don't know.
Yeah, they're just like smarter now.
So true.
But yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer, if you're looking for like a spooky vibe,
but
to kind of kick off spooky season, definitely watch that.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds good. All right, let's get into some.
I want to rob.
Some top
I
peaks.
want a rob. Did you want? Let's talk Bling Ring.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
We have to talk about the Bling Ring.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the Bling Ring first. We're gonna do a recap. First of all, if you don't know what the Bling Ring is,
Google it.
Google it. It's there was a movie with Emma Watson.
One of A24's best movies.
Yeah, truly.
The Bling Ring, and directed by Sofia Coppola.
Sofia Coppola. Yep.
Coppola. And it's all based off of the early 2000s.
It's a true story, by the way.
Celebrity robberies that like it was Paris Hilton, it was Orlando Bloom, Audrina Partridge. I say like that's kind of like peak Hills. So like that we're going back to like 2010, 2009.
Right.
Orlando Bloom. It was a group of teenagers that were they were native to California, lived in Calabasas, and were so infatuated with like celebrity
and like celebrity culture and looking
rich, like that and like matching that lifestyle.
But also you have to keep in mind like that time, like that was a different time. Like that was like really like the Perez Hilton said it, and like trigger warning for Perez Hilton. If you guys didn't know he's in it, it's like a little triggering.
Yeah,
I can't him. But like, he says like he's like this was like the real like he was like when I think of what the like age when everything was kind of like happening and like whatever. He was like this. I think of this time.
This is like the start of social media.
Yep.
This is
the
like
start
the
of Facebook.
Reality TV.
Yep.
Like a way it made your entryway to like fame a little easier than like you have to fight against like either have a great voice or like be an actor. Like you could be a full socialite and be famous, and like that was like what they were kind of mimicking.
Yeah.
But why it's like so much like the robberies are great, but why it's so like iconic is because one of the girls was filming a reality TV show on E that was supposed to like mimic Three Sisters now that the Kardashians had taken off. And episode 1, she gets arrested for her involvement in Orlando Bloom's robbery.
Like robbery break-in.
And if you remember, like like the video, you've seen the tweets, like the memes or the GIFs. Nancy Joe, this is Alexis Nyers calling. Like that whole
it's
scene.
so iconic.
Like
Nancy Joe, this is Alexis. Like, and the
you
mom
lied.
And the mom screaming in the background. It's like it's oh my god! If you haven't ever seen it, just go to YouTube and search
We posted the reel.
Oh yeah, we did post the reel.
We posted the reel, so it's there.
Nancy Joe.
But it was basically now after all said and done, this girl Alexis, who was through media and through the movie, was positioned as like essentially the ringleader, and like through this doc, she was involved, but was not involved as much as the other kid, Nick.
Yes.
Who was
big loser.
Yeah, like such loser energy.
Ugh.
Like so, Alexa
Everything
played
he did, I'm
Desperado
like,
by Rihanna.
Yeah,
like
legit.
it was just like
he was
he
so
did
desperate.
not. He was so jealous.
So jealous.
So
everything
jealous.
Alexis said, he was like, actually, Alexis did. And it's like, nobody believes you.
No one believes you.
Loser liar. Nobody believes you.
And like, it's just crazy that he's like still like grasping at straws to keep his name like in a headline.
Yeah. I had never, honestly, wouldn't have known his name if my life depended on it.
No,
the only person's name I know from the Bling Ring is Alexis.
And she was only, like they had been robbing for years before she got involved.
Years.
But because of, honestly, she's right though. What she said, the reason why in the movie, she became like the front runner was because Nick wasn't selling the story. She was.
Because he was a big loser energy lame-o.
Couldn't handle it. And like, that's why Emma Watson played her. And like,
of course.
Everyone else was like background actors.
Yeah. I think the kid from like Sleepover played Nick or something. Like
something like lame-o. That. And then, it was
he was just giving such loser energy. And like everything that he said, I felt like in Legally Blonde when she's like, liar! Like throwing something in the street. That was me. I was like, you are a liar, plants for hire.
I
like, get out of here.
They did Paris Hilton's coke though.
Oh, I think they did that too. I believe that part.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I believed him on.
Mm-hmm.
Why would he lie? I mean,
well, why wouldn't he lie about that?
Why wouldn't he lie about that?
But I do think.
Yeah, I think he probably did that. But definitely watch it.
Watch it. It's like if you are like a 2010s, like it'll just take you back.
But I thought it was like I was actually kind of disappointed because it was so short. It was only 3 episodes, 4 episodes.
3. But like what? I mean, what more did you want?
Like you didn't really. There was nothing really else to it.
No.
The only thing I was surprised to learn like how long they each did time for.
It was like a hot minute.
Yeah. I won't spoil it in case anybody doesn't know.
Everyone got probation except for like 2 of them.
Yeah.
Alexis and Nick.
Yeah.
But they did like under 120 days.
Nick did 1 year in prison when he like literally and it's crazy because you hear him say that he did 1 year in prison as he's like describing these like extremely elaborate break-ins to celebrity homes.
And they like, while you're watching it, it'll show their like first crime. It's like petty theft. They stole a wallet from a car. That's still like, it's like 6 months. It like racks up their time. It really does.
Like, and then the amount of money, they total up how much money they stole like in each robbery, like how much it was like worth or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are like upwards of $500,000.
Yeah.
And he went to jail for a fucking year.
I know.
Stupid. Dumb. That was the one part that I was like, okay, come on. Justice was not served for this idiot.
No, seriously.
This man should not be walking free.
It was all white
kids. Yeah, of course.
All white kids.
Ugh.
But also, even if you if you're familiar with this, watch the movie. It's so iconic.
It is. It's an iconic movie.
It's so iconic, and I just like Emma Watson in it, and like playing her, and like just fucking legendary.
No, I know she is
fresh,
She's
and like she plays this role like fresh. It's like her first role after Harry Potter, and does like an American accent, and she's
slayed. She really.
I want to be president someday. Oh, it's just so good.
She did. She
Leslie Mann plays the mom, and if you watch this interview of the mom and then go watch the documentary, Leslie Mann deserves an Oscar for her performance as their mom.
Yeah, because she legit, like, she slayed.
Kind of looks like her, the voice. Girls can take your Adderall.
I know. No, I know. They're not, but does Alexis not talk to her mother anymore? I feel like I read that somewhere.
So I read they didn't, but then obviously now I follow her on Instagram again.
Of course.
And
she just got divorced. Kind of sad.
Yeah, I did see that.
She was like a guest on a podcast that I listened to one time, and I feel like she said that she like doesn't talk to her mom anymore.
But I think they do talk now.
Maybe they're speaking again.
But I feel like they don't agree on like a lot.
Well, yeah, and her mom looks totally different now than she did in those.
I felt like she kind of looked the same, just like a little more like with Hollywood.
Like, totally, like she's like Botox the fuck out, which like obviously I can't talk because I obviously get Botox, but it's like she was like, girls like.
Yeah, I thought she looked good.
Yeah. No, like good in like a Hollywood way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah, watch it. It was good. We both thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
I was a big fan.
It was a big piece of my early 2000s
I know. I texted
life.
Mike because I was like, you have to watch this as soon as possible because I've been watching it all night and it was so good. This was like my Sunday night.
Did you watch the new Kardashians? And then we can get off of what we're watching.
Wait, I did. I watched It was just the first episode, right? Okay, yeah. I
Oh
just
my
want to make
God.
sure I didn't miss anything.
I fully cried with a K.
I know. Well, I feel bad because like Chloe was talking about how
I was thinking about us.
I know. Like it was like everybody's gonna come for
like
her,
she
and I was like
talking to me directly.
No, I felt like really shameful. Like I was like, I talked all this shit about Chloe.
Yeah,
I'm really
no,
sorry.
like I really like when she said, I was like, and like people are just gonna come for you because that's what they do. I was like,
I know, it was really sad.
Fuck Tristan, he trapped her.
Yeah, he's
her.
Trash, man.
Garbage, human, tomato.
When he even was sitting next to her,
like how
in the
dare
hospital
you?
bed, I was like, ugh.
You want to talk about
leave?
Reese Witherspoon, liar? Like literally how I felt watching my TV.
That was legit him. I was like, you.
But anyway, so we got a glimpse of the baby.
Yep. I want to know the name, and I want to know Kylie's baby's name. Like,
yeah, that's gonna be like episode 3 or 4.
So annoying.
And you know what I'm kind of like not really looking forward to because the trailer looked good when I did like I don't really care about Kravis anymore.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it ran its course.
I just don't care at all.
Like whatever.
At all.
I was like following along their journey for a little while, but like I just can't stand to see them making out on my TV screen every 7 seconds.
I was all about them until I watched season 1 of the Hulu version, and I was like, I'm all set.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah,
no, I'm with you. I agree with you. By the way, if anybody's wondering why we switched sides today, it's because I have a ginormous zit on the side of my face, so that's why I'm sitting on this side and Mike's sitting on that side. He was gracious enough to switch with me. Thank you.
I know, but I don't know. I might like this side.
Oh, really? Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see the Carfax. Yeah. I don't know. Well, depends. But anyways, now on to our segment to really talk about everything that's happened in the past couple weeks because this is what everybody's been asking about. Now, time for our cheater, pumpkin eater section because
literally
they're bountiful at this point in time. The cheaters are everywhere.
Everywhere you turn, we can trust no man.
You can't trust anybody.
Let's start with Adam Levine. That news broke literally.
He's a rat
literally
fuck.
Last week when we said it's a slow news week.
That's what we literally said. We were like, we're gonna take the week off. Slow news week. Recap.
Suddenly, lead singer Maroon 5 is a legit adulter.
No, like bad man. He's a piece of shit. I don't believe him. I think he totally 100% was with that woman, like in multiple capacities.
It is crazy. Like not only the fact that he cheated on her, like whatever, like not whatever, but the audacity to then say, "I'm having a baby. Can I
name my baby after you?"
What do you think about that? I'd be like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?"
I literally would have been like, "You are delusional."
And that's why, like,
and
that's when I would have been like, "I have to come clean about this."
Totally.
But also, I didn't like that she was like. You see the TikTok that came out with her from January where she was like, sometimes life is just so funny. And it was like her rolling in bed with Beautiful Mistakes playing.
No, but that's tea.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
So it's like, okay, you're like now coming out, like being like, I had an affair with Adam Levine, but then you're like being smug about it on TikTok.
Right. Like,
I don't know.
You can't do both. Too, girl.
You can't have both. But yeah, full-blown cheater. Apparently, they just announced they're having a Las Vegas residency.
I saw
that. But commenters shut off, like so stupid.
Like, of course they are.
And then
loser on loser energy.
And then the wife went with him, and they still have their wedding rings on.
Okay, well, like no disrespect to her, but like, baby, what are you doing?
Because more girls are coming out of the woodwork.
Totally, and they're just gonna keep coming, obviously.
Hulu documentary now. Like I need it.
Need it.
I did one funny thing though, is Adam Devine from Workaholics.
Wait, I saw that. Yeah.
When he had to come out and make his comment, like, no, me and I think his girlfriend or fiance, Chloe.
He's like, yeah, we're very happy. I'm not cheating on her.
And then so like that was funny because like that makes me think of when people started commenting on Rachel
Ray because I thought that she was Rachel Roy
who
with
we
the
still
Beyonce.
don't know who is Becky with the good hair.
Yeah, we actually don't know.
Who never confirmed.
Which is sad.
But yeah, people are so fucking funny. And then did you see Hillary Duff's husband, his birthday post to her?
Yeah.
If you didn't, we'll post it. But basically, he like mimics puts in quotes.
Adam Levine post.
It was like, I love your God, your body's so sexy. I can't wait to see that booty. And then like quotes like AL, the internet is so quick.
No, the memes about them.
The memes have been so good.
And then the one when it was Leah Michelle and it was a voice memo.
Yeah.
oh man, that one was
the
good.
Internet
no, it was
take
too
anyone's trauma and just blow it up.
But I truly believe he did it. I'm giving him no justice.
Oh, I don't. We're questioning if it was
Yeah, he's saying that he like never
falls his fake ass notes apology where it's like I didn't cheat, but I crossed the line. Like that's Lenny saying he had an emotional affair on Real Housewives of Miami. Totally. Like no, you fucked the girl from Bad Girls Club.
Right. No, of course, of course. No, it's too much for me. I can't.
Too much. And honestly, I'm so crazy. Like emotional affair, physical affair. Even a like on Instagram would throw me over the fucking edge.
As a certified crazy girl, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I don't care what type. Like totally. You shouldn't even mention and have a cell phone. What do you need a cell phone for?
So true. I totally agree. Like for what? To call me?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's all I know. So, anyways, that's that.
No, we're not done with our cheating segment.
No, we're not done with our cheating segment. We're done with Adam Levine. I'm done with him.
Yeah, me too.
In my mind, he's canceled. He's done.
It's like
first of all, Maroon 5 is like not even that good anymore. Anyways, like it just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like soon enough they'll be like the same energy of the Killers and just be only played at the end of weddings.
Wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
But like, what other song do the Killers have besides? Oh no, I was gonna say besides Mr. Brightside, but When You Were Young. But that's like I only think of that as like a Guitar Hero song.
True. Wow, Guitar Hero.
I was such a Guitar Hero girly.
That checks.
Something about me is that I wanted, when it was like time to pick an instrument in like 3rd grade, I wanted to play the guitar. I mean, I wanted to play the drums like so badly. I was like, Mom, like please give me a chance. Like let me play the drums. Like I really want to do it. And my mom was like, no, like we have a clarinet, so you can play the clarinet.
Oh my God. And I picked chorus.
Yeah, of course. I didn't have the choice. Obviously, I would have done chorus.
I am the instrument. No, I'm not learning one.
No, of course. I had to learn. They made me learn the clarinet. And all I could play was hot cross buns. And I was like, I want to quit. My mom's like, no. Like, see, like, good thing we didn't let you play the drums. And I was like, okay, well, if I was fucking rocking out on the drums, it would have been a lot different than sitting here trying to play
I can't even picture you trying to play the drums.
Oh, no, see, I have good rhythm because I have, like, ADHD. So I just sit there like...
True. So like, that was like in Rock Band, you were the drummer?
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I was always the singer.
Of course you were. This is a funny story that I feel like you'll appreciate. So when I was in high school, at my high school, you couldn't take an elective until sophomore year. And then you had to take an elective like sophomore, junior, senior. So junior year, instead of, obviously sophomore year, I took chorus. And then junior year, instead of taking a science, I took chorus again. And then my senior year, you could pick 2 electives senior year. So I took the science and then chorus.
Science is an elective?
It's not an elective, but like you could push it off 1 year. Like you had to take physics like at some point, but I waited to take it until I was a senior, like whatever. Because chorus was technically an honors class, so you could like bump up your GPA, whatever.
Got it.
Like I was trying to get into a state school. Like it wasn't like I was doing anything crazy.
Because going to Harvard.
Yeah, I was acting like I was like trying to get into MIT. And so I was doing this, whatever, and I like was self-appointed chorus captain because I was the only person that took it for 3 years in a row.
I'm dead. You have like a patch, like letters.
I did. I like made myself like a fake patch and I like wore it every day. And my chorus teacher was like,
microphone.
She was like, "Girl, reel it in. Like you're acting like Sharpay Evans. Like it's time to just call it a day." But so then when I went to graduate from high school, they do this like award ceremony at graduation where they like give all the really smart kids like
the history award.
Yeah, and it's like a gold pin, like a beautiful gold pin that says like that they give to the person with the highest grade point average in every class over 4 years.
The fuck
so like
up.
obviously the valedictorian gets like, the 4.0 in math. Like he gets like his gold
just racking
pin.
them
yeah,
up.
racking them up.
Like
he's a doctor now.
He's like sweeping the Grammys like Adele. Yeah.
No, literally, and he's a doctor now, so like obviously that makes sense. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, fucking nerds, like getting all these awards. First of all, I had like a 2.3 GPA. Like I was just like, I didn't care about high school at all. I had a great time though. But anyway, so I'm sitting there like, okay, like, is this almost over? I'll never forget. I was sitting on my phone, like in the audience, and they're like, and now for the arts, like highest, I wasn't even listening. I didn't even hear them say this. Highest GPA over 4 years, like chorus, Abigail O'Connell. And I was like, and they called me up to the stage and they like gave me a pin, and my parents like, it was like, please hold all applause until the end, and my parents were like, yeah, like that's our girl. Like chorus. I literally was like, what? Like, and I went up there and I was like, Miss DC. I was like, chorus captain, and she was like, chorus captain, girl. Like it was just classic me.
Dead.
Like here I was like making fun of all these kids, and it was me, highest average over 4 years.
That is hilarious.
For singing chorus. One time we did a medley of like, we did some real good medleys. We did a Queen one time. So like sometimes I feel it's giving Glee. But that was also the Glee era. So I like really felt like I was like giving Glee during that time frame when I was going to chorus every day for 3 years in a row. But anyways, that's just a little bit about me. Back to the cheating scandals. So talk about the newest one, which I have no idea about. Like
which
this,
I'm shocked. You give me such like BuzzFeed connoisseur in college.
I had never. I don't know.
So this.
I don't know. What was I doing in college? Not that, I
know.
guess.
Well, I was like such a horrible student in college. So like, of course, I was spending my whole day on fucking BuzzFeed.
See, I was the opposite. Like in high school, I didn't care about anything.
Yeah,
in college,
I was great
time
student
to
in
buckle
high
down,
school,
idiot.
and then in college, I was like, I don't have to go. It's raining.
So
So
true.
the Try Guys are like, so BuzzFeed at its peak, like 2013, 2014, like they're like set,
the only one I knew was like Matt Belisai,
but that like class of BuzzFeed
and that guy with a huge mouth.
Who's a part of the Try Guys? The tall, skinny white guy with the glasses.
Yeah, that did that. Made the Vine when it was like, "Baby, it's you."
Oh no, that's he's Vlog Squad. He's not BuzzFeed. Matt King, he's still kicking.
Oh,
he's like a real influencer now. Who's
the guy with the big mouth with the glasses?
I don't know any of their names, but
okay, never mind.
If it's the one guy with the glasses, he's a Try Guy.
Okay, let me look.
Google him.
You keep going. Keep going.
But the Try Guys were like, I like equate them as like kind of like that first group of like people who were creating content that like became influencers or like got like clout from it.
Oh yeah, okay, that is the guy I'm thinking of with the really big mouth and the glasses. Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know any of their names.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
Again, like so like that group, these 4 guys, one of them was on like Drag Race, like as like a guest, like a makeover episode. They basically would do different things. It was like the Try Guys, like try the world's hottest chip, or like those quick snackable videos. Right. And then like when BuzzFeed kind of like fizzled. Took a turn, they like were able to like kind of still do their own thing without the BuzzFeed umbrella.
Oh, okay.
One of the guys, Ned, his whole like brand and pillar was that he was married, a loyal, like that was his whole thing. Like,
he was one of those guys.
I'm just a dad,
just a wife guy,
just a wife. Yeah, literally. No, because he got married in 2012. So like his whole BuzzFeed career and his whole brand and like his whole claimed rise to fame is being like the devoted husband,
right?
And so,
yeah, you know who else did that? Fucking John Mulaney. Look at him now.
Exactly. Like same energy. So what happened was people noticed online that he wasn't in like the last couple videos that they had put out. His wife wasn't doing her podcast. And so then they started doing a little digging and someone had photos of Ned, the Try Guy, hooking up with their like assistant producer.
No.
And fun fact, did you see the DM we got last night?
No.
Oh, well, because I staged strap to
of course.
Our Instagram.
Mike's our content producer.
Literally, one of our fellow, I don't know what we call our listeners, our townies, messaged us and was like, because I put up a poll, like, does anyone still remember the Try Guys?
Yeah.
I literally only watched us knew of them in 2018 because my best friend was their executive producer, and then she left and was replaced by the woman Ned cheated with. Isn't that fucking crazy?
That's really crazy.
But basically, they also noticed that the girl who was the executive producer, she was engaged to a kid, and I found Dumois had posted this. So this is like hot tea if you are not up to date with Dumois. In December 2021, Alex, that's the girl Ned cheated on with.
Okay.
Alex's fiance Will went through her phone and saw her and Ned had hooked up while on some work trip. They ended up staying together, but Will reached out to Ned, warning him to back off. Beginning of this month, I want to say like 9192, Will and Ned's wife, Ariel, received videos and pictures from a few people showing Ned and Alex making out in a club and was holding hands during the day at a market in NYC. Ariel had just landed in New York to meet up with the Try Guys and their significant others, but got the news, confronted Ned, and when he confirmed him and Alex had been in a relationship for almost a year, she got back on the plane and went back to LA immediately. Not sure how the NYC event played out, but Ned and Alex were suspended almost immediately. So there was like this big event that they were like filming, and they weren't in any of the video. So that's like how people like kind of clocked it. They're like, we knew we were there. So then when the Try Guys had talked with employees, many had said they noticed some flirting, knew that they had lunch hookups and stayed at each other's places occasionally, and showed up at the same events together, i.e. Harry Styles concert, and had big feels something was up. So this news had been aware to the Try Guys for close to a month, but what sparked the social media questioning and uproar a few days back was Will releasing images of DMs that he received on Reddit. And then Ned. So then it all went crazy yesterday, like all over the place. And then those,
I saw it.
those same early like BuzzFeed class of creators who like, I don't remember like really any of their names, but I remember like their content. There was a girl, like a plus size girl who did like basically kind of what Remy Bader does now, but like it didn't pop off. It was like more of like how to dress, not like these companies like, fucking suck.
Send me, and send me all the stuff that I'm wearing.
So it was like her and somebody else was like, I was like, every work I've ever had, I've talked to today. Like it was like really funny to see it like pop off, and like people have been like not surprised. And so then the Try Guys made a statement that like Ned's no longer part of it. They're like pissed at him, I think.
Oh, I bet.
Left the comments on.
Like
left
Yoko
the comments
Ono.
on so people can just go in and like pop off. And then Ned made some like stupid ass statement that was like, I'm gonna only prioritize on my wife and kids right now. His comments were off. And then the wife made like a comment like, we please respect our privacy, blah, blah, blah.
Dump him, girl. What are you doing?
Dump him.
He's not even cute. Like,
not even cute.
What are you doing?
And so like that's another one. Like you can't even, when you make it your whole brand, you can't even like stick to it.
Right.
And then their social media producer who was like who quit last week posted something on his own TikTok and was like, it was like their book on like how to like be a happy home, Ned and Ariel, and like the comment, the TikTok audio it has was like, you ruined everything, you stupid bitch. Yeah.
That's funny.
So
he did. He ruined everything.
The Try Guys try adultery.
Yeah, truly. They try adultery. That was a good one. I like that. That was funny. Okay, so another cheater pumpkin eater for our cheater pumpkin eater segment that we're doing right now is a controversial one, and you know the what do you call? Oh, the Beliebers and the Seleners and whatever are gonna come for us, but I don't care. Like, Mike listened to half of the Call Her Daddy episode.
And that was more than enough.
No, and that was plenty. The Call Her Daddy episode with Hailey Bieber and whatever her face is that hosts Call Her Daddy. I can't even think of her name right now.
Alex something.
Yeah.
Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper. They had Hailey Bieber on her podcast. And here's my opinion on the...
I feel like we have the same opinion, so go.
Here's my opinion. My opinion is if something's coming and... Hailey Bieber is trying to do damage control before it comes.
Do you know what's coming?
Yeah. Selena has been filming a documentary for the last 6. That's 6. I was going to say 1/6. That would be 16. That's 5 plus 1. 6 years
of her whole life.
So it's a 6-year-long documentary that's coming out.
That's going to cover everything.
And people are saying that the timeline on... Justin and Selena and Justin and Hailey is blurry. People are saying the lines are blurry.
So
and Hailey's saying on this podcast that that's not true.
In the one snippet I listened, before I even listened to it, I saw the TikTok and was like, I've been with him since I was 18. So I go, when did Hailey Bieber turn 18? 2015.
Okay.
Then I Google, when did Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez break up? 2018. There's 3 years there.
Yeah, that's hairy, and I don't like that.
There's 3 years there. And yes, were Justin and Selena on and off? Yes.
Right, of course.
But like...
But I would even conservatively, I would say 2017. Like...
Yeah, I don't remember. I would say, 2017, I'd say officially broken up.
But you always got to keep an eye out for Selena. You really do.
And I just think like I think it's very...
I just think it's contrived. Like,
I think it's very
Hailey Bieber does no interviews, never talks to anybody,
and be a victim of like bullying by like Selena Gomez fans for like posting like to her, like the one day they all flood her Instagram live and like basically like called her a whore on like the comments. But like I felt like it was very plotted for her to show up in jeans and a white tee. And say like
I'm so regular.
I just want to be a comfortable girl. I'm just like some regular schmegular girl from out of state New York. Like, no. Like, no. And then I don't know. I like stopped listening to it. I really don't even really.
She gives
like
me the
Alex
ick.
Cooper.
Like, I don't like Alex Cooper, and I don't really like Hailey Bieber.
Yeah.
But guess what? I don't really like Justin either.
I do want that lip thing though. I want her lip thing.
Oh yeah, I heard it was good.
Yeah, I want one.
Yeah. if anybody's like the bigger loser here, it's Justin, because obviously he was like 2-timing them.
I know.
To some degree.
My favorite
Haley
thing
Bieber was,
is
like, little.
how much Taylor Swift hates Justin Bieber. And
yeah,
that is like your ride or die best friend.
Right. Like you want her on your side. Tell you that much
and like
for free.
yeah. I don't know. I'm very excited for the Selena Gomez doc.
No, me too. I think it's going to be really
great.
good.
I think it's
But I want to know why she doesn't talk to her friend anymore that gave her the kidney. I want to know.
I wonder if we get into that.
I hope so.
I feel like
right?
like there's a lot of questions that will be
answered
in
but
that
I also
doc.
like back when like actual blind items were a thing, like before Dumois, like when it was like real hardcore like blind items. The belief was that she was like fucked up. Like she was like had a really bad drug problem.
Selena Gomez?
Yes. And that's why the friend doesn't talk to her anymore, because she was like, I gave you this kidney, you fucker, and you like just like decided to do all these fucking drugs, like probably killing the fucking kidney.
I remember that too. I remember there was rumors she went to rehab.
Yep. And then she was like, it's my lupus. And everybody was like, baby.
Yeah, it's not your lupus.
It's not. But anyways, I don't know. I'm interested to see that documentary. When does it come out soon?
I think soon. They just dropped the trailer for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's on Apple Plus.
Oh. I think I have that.
I think I have that too.
Yeah, I have it all. I didn't have Peacock.
But yeah, I mean, if you have mixed feelings on Hailey Bieber, I'd love to hear them. But I feel like the internet is pretty much in alignment with us.
For sure.
Like someone said, the tweets for that have been like really funny. Was like, whatever she says, I'm picking Selena because she gave us Selena Gomez in the scene. And like,
and she gave us like so true. Everything comes naturally.
Yeah, I'm picking Selena because she gave us tinted moisturizer.
And she gave us Wizards of Waverly Place.
Literally. So
she gave us, what's that? A hat, crazy funky junky hat over hat. Yeah, iconic. Every time I have bad hair, I think of that.
I love that. That girl's a nurse now.
Hey, good for her.
That's
good. I always
nurse.
liked her. All right, and continuing on with our segment on cheaters, our producer's here now.
I know, and for our
reoccurring bit about Tom Brady.
Divorced or not divorced?
Did he cheat?
So I think,
I don't think I think he's cheating on her with the NFL. So yeah, he's not a cheater. But I feel
what's worse, it's like emotional cheating. It's like giving Adam Levine.
But I posted the picture from like Sunday's game, but it did give kids you're going with your dad this weekend.
Totally. Like, because the kids, did you see this? His kids went to the game this weekend, but Gisele did not. So I think it was like have fun on the plane going to dad's kids.
Yeah, it is giving every other weekend. As someone who comes from a broken household, it did give that to me, like, your dad has visitation today.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, that was.
What do you think about that, Justin?
I wish
people like hearing from you. By the way, you're a welcome addition to our pod.
Oh wow, okay. All right, I haven't heard any of this yet, so I'm not really. So basically, what you're saying is that she kind of made it seem like, all right, like you guys, are
like
him this
the game, and like normally she's always there.
They're like greeting him on the field,
and it was just the kids, and it was very clear that Gisele's not there. And like more stuff has come out that it's like not so much about football. It's more so about the fact that he
went back to work.
Yeah,
and like abandoned them in their time of need.
And
I don't know.
I think it's just getting messier and messier, and he's looking awful.
And I think if things were, he looks rough.
Awful.
Yeah, he's gotten a lot of work done or something. Like his fake cheekbones are like super sunken in. And I don't know.
Rough.
He looks rough.
Yeah.
I think he's like
both in Miami, but not staying together. That's what they're reporting.
Oh, so she went to Miami with,
but she did not.
She didn't go
to
the game.
Which I feel like honestly, that's probably worse.
I know, like she's in the same zip.
Ugh, and you couldn't come to the game. Yikes.
I mean, if she doesn't go to the game, she's clearly making a statement.
Totally.
Right?
And I feel like if there was nothing going on, he's like such a statement guy. Like he would be like, there's nothing going on. And I feel like he has not done that.
I guess what I'm still trying to figure out in my head is like, is this more so like a, hey, like, you want to call my bluff? Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it like more so like she's trying to like make him realize that like she's serious about this, or is it like the beginning stages of it officially being over?
I think
she's playing chicken, but I think she's gonna win. Like I don't think.
Oh, my money's on her.
Oh yeah, like I don't think he's gonna fold.
No, I don't think a official thing
Yeah.
would happen until after the season.
Yeah, totally. But
Right.
like in terms of the football season, like how is Tom Brady doing?
They're 2-1, so like he's doing okay. He's not having like a great year. His team is very hurt. Like, so all of his weapons, his wide receivers have been hurt. So like you can't really accurately judge him, but he's played okay and his team's done okay.
I want his head to be out of the game so bad.
Yeah, right?
Like it's like he's thrown all interceptions.
Like I want him to be pulling a Troy Bolton. Like
yeah,
my head's in the game.
yeah, he
but
can't
my
do
heart's
it.
in the yeah, totally. Well, thank you, Justin. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Much obliged. But yeah, so more on that soon.
Yeah, well, we'll just keep the updates coming on
we will.
Tom Brady. That's
like
a fun one.
That's such a towny thing to talk about.
Literally,
like it's really giving towny. All right, last topic, and this one's kind of juicy, but also a little niche. Like you got to kind of be really into it. So apparently, if most of you remember, like when you stay homesick from school, you're either a Today Show girl or a
Good
Live
Morning
with
America.
well, I'm a Live with Regis and Kelly girl.
Yeah.
Like when I am homesick, it's Live with Regis and Kelly. I
love
one thing.
Kelly Ripa.
Me too.
And I love her husband.
Me too. He's handsome.
He's so hot.
The one thing that I miss about like working from home, like when I was working home for a hot sec when I was teaching remotely, like is being able to watch
Live with Kelly
Live
and
with
Ryan.
Kelly and Ryan. Oh, did I say Regis? I did. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's been years. Is he dead actually? No, I don't think he is.
No,
I think he's like decrepit, but I think he's still alive.
Yeah, I think he's still kicking.
Yeah, I hope so. But anyways, either way, Matt Lauer, disgraced former news.
Oh, he died in 2020.
Regis Philbin did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry for what I said.
Yeah.
What? I feel like they didn't even make it that big of a deal.
He died of a heart attack.
They didn't even rename it like the Regis Philbin soundstage or anything like they did with Alex Trebek. Honestly, Alex Trebek also died in 2020, so it was probably overshadowed.
Yeah.
Or was that 2021?
No, I feel like he was a COVIDer. Like
maybe.
peak 2020.
But you know what? Hey, if you've never, hold on. When did Alex Trebek die? Oh yeah, 2020, November 2020. Okay. So he was a good COVIDer too. But anyways, like Regis Philbin must have been overshadowed by Alex Trebek.
Mm-hmm.
Trebek. I know I love Alex Trebek. This is like niche, but I read his memoir like shortly before he died. No, I listened to it on audiobook because like his voice is so soothing.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually lovely. I learned so much about him.
Really?
He's a great guy.
Oh my God.
What?
So I might get in big trouble for this.
What?
So I bought the Jeanette McCurdy book.
Yeah.
And I listened. It's boring.
What?
Have you listened to it? Oh, Abby, like
Michael, you're the only person I've heard say that.
I know. I'm so bored.
Wow. How far into it are you?
I'm deep in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you find it triggering? A lot of people do.
Okay, so like not to like air my childhood trauma out on the pod, but like me and my mom had a rough patch for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're like fine now.
Yeah.
And like I literally texted my best friend Dylan, who was like obviously my partner through all of that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like what my mom said to me was worse.
Oh my God, T.
Not to like
no, but not to like air it out on air.
But like I was just like that's it.
Okay. Interesting.
So I was just like, I don't know. But I was just like,
right. Okay. Well, now I have to. I mean, it's been on my list. Anyways.
Yeah, I was like, let me try to not listen to a podcast or music, and I listened to it for a full day, and I got halfway through, and I was like,
do you listen to when you listen to an audiobook or whatever? What speed do you listen at? Just one?
Regular schmeg.
Oh, see, I like need to whip through it. I listen to it at 2. Like I'm like, speed this shit up.
I never thought about like upping it.
I whip through.
Does she like talk
Same with
faster?
podcasts too. Yeah, obviously.
But it's not
when they talk
it's
at 2.
It's not like a chipmunk voice, right?
Nah, it's a little chipmunky, but it's not that bad. Like it doesn't bother me.
Huh.
Sometimes I do it when I want to hear something in particular from our podcast, like because it feels a little vain to like listen to the whole thing, even though I do it anyways. But like I'll put it on 2 so that I can hear what it is that I wanted to hear, and then
I've never thought to do that.
Oh, I do it because then you whip like that's how I do. Well, not how, like why and how, but like if I am reading it, like listening to an audiobook, and which by the way, there's big controversy. Like, does an audiobook count as reading a book? Yes, it does.
It does.
It does, and it's ableist to think no. So if you think that,
not
you can
all
fuck
of us
right off.
can sit and hold a book.
Yeah, and not everybody can read, Leah Michelle. So Let's just call it what it is. They count. But anyways, back to memoirs. Matt Lauer apparently is writing a memoir about, I'll just read you the title. Nothing to Lose. Disgraced Today star Matt Lauer vows revenge on Katie Couric, Hoda Kotb, and more in his explosive tell-all memoir. Matt Lauer is returning to the spotlight, and he's currently working on a tell-all book this year. And it sounds like no one is safe from what the Disgraced Today show star will write. For the past 5 years, Matt's kept his head down, but now thinks the dust has settled and it's time to get even with everyone who threw him under the bus.
Like the dust has settled when there's a legit TV show about
and
how fucking horror he is.
The fact that there's no way that this was 5 years ago. This feels like 2 minutes ago that all that happened. Is it really 5 years?
Yeah, I mean, they pushed out the morning show within like 2 years after.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Like the morning show, I binged peak 2020 and I was able to watch the whole thing. So that came out in like 2019.
He knows, the quote says, he knows he has little chance of a TV comeback, so he's really got nothing to lose. He's been plotting how he should do this book, and it will be balanced between trying to emphasize all of the good he's done while exacting revenge against others. Okay,
so like
Grim Reaper, like give it a rest.
People in your fucking
legit, like
your office is like what's so good about that?
No, literally, and like who's somebody like pack it up, like somebody.
I know, like give it up, Delicious. You're going home,
right? Like literally give it up. Like it's all over. Like it's giving Nick from the Bling Ring. It's over.
I know.
Nobody cares about you anymore.
And like anyone who's
Lame-o.
gonna buy that is like some like man's man creep who's like
who's like
please,
yeah, some incel.
Like honestly, if this book does come out and you are going into like a random guy's house and you see that book on his shelf,
leave.
That's an immediate red flag, and I need you to leave his house immediately.
Nobody wants to hear what Matt Lauer has to say.
No one, not a fucking soul.
Nobody. Somebody will take one for the team and read the book and make a bunch of TikToks about it. I'll listen to it then, and that's good enough for me.
Yeah, nobody needs to do that.
But so then Katie Couric, I think this was contrived on her part, and honestly, good for her, announced today, after this news story came out yesterday about Matt Lauer, Katie Couric announced today that she has breast cancer, which is really sad. We wish her all of the best.
The best.
But like, queen shit being like, oh yeah, you want to exact revenge against me?
Down.
I'm America's sweetheart and I've got breast cancer, so now everybody's going to love me more.
A world-renowned actress from DreamWorks hit Shark Tales as Katie Couric. Go ahead and try to take me.
I actually totally forgot about that.
Go ahead and try to take me down, Matt Lauer.
Shark Tales is a great movie.
Yeah.
The scene when it's like, and my sister had a baby.
Katie Couric. Like, who? What fucking genius thought of that? I want to kiss you on the mouth.
No, truly. Speaking of celebrity memoirs, I actually listened to hers on audiobook.
And it was good?
It was actually pretty good. Like, it was long, like, pack it up, Obama. Like, she acting like, I mean, she didn't need like a 24-hour long memoir. It was really quite long. Like, when Obama's was really long, but like this one was.
Michelle Obama's was long.
Yeah, Michelle Obama's was really long. I actually didn't think hers. I liked hers, but the first half was so boring. The second half was really interesting, but the first half, I'm like, oh my God.
19 hours on Audible. I remember
Barack's was like 25. It was a lot.
That is insane.
Matthew McConaughey's was super long too.
We became a book podcast right before I never wanted to do.
Yeah, right. Exactly what we said we would never do. But here we are talking about books. But yeah, so.
Don't buy.
Don't listen to Matt Lauer.
I don't know what any type of publication would literally be like. We're gonna give him.
Totally.
Like he's gonna have to fucking print that himself.
Like yes, totally.
Sick.
The only way, like I'll rent it from the library if it becomes available.
Ew.
Well, then he gets no profit from it. What does he get from that?
Nothing.
Which is exactly what he deserves.
I like pull a full Erica Jane and throw it in the trash like she did with Garcelle's.
Legit, like so true. Which is tonight the season finale?
No, I think we have like 2 more.
Ugh.
Tonight's the premiere of Salt Lake, which we will be doing a weekly recap.
Yep.
And then.
But did you watch? I mean, I'm sure you watched last week's of Beverly Hills.
Yeah, of course.
Do you think so? If you didn't watch the episode, apparently Kathy Hilton went like absolutely berserk in a Sprinter van.
Yeah, I do think she had.
She went berserk.
I think she had a nutty.
But what's with the conga line? Is that code?
No, it's. Supposedly she had this is all alleged.
Alleged.
She had a meltdown that the DJ wouldn't play a Michael Jackson song and she called him a slur.
Ooh.
So that's been the rumor forever. And I think conga line is the code of
word.
saying that like it's not about the pasta.
Right. It's not about the pasta. Totally agree with you.
So that's what I think that's about.
Okay. Well,
but
that'll
I
be
do
interesting.
think she had a meltdown. I do think she said things about Kyle, and I do think Lisa Rinna is exaggerating.
Yeah, totally. I think all of those things can be true at the same time.
I agree.
Everybody's truth can be their truth. So yeah.
But yeah.
Wait, you know what we didn't talk about, and I just want to touch upon it briefly because I know we have to go. But briefly, you tagged me in something, paparazzi pictures of Harry Styles and Olivia Wilde kissing.
Just another thing I've been right about. Tom Brady divorce.
I don't have the energy. I'm tired.
That they never broke up.
Listen, I wasn't like rooting for them to break up. Like I really don't care. But the rumors were that they had broken up.
And
Listen,
the rumors were wrong.
As long as Harry's happy, I don't really care. Whatever. But do I think she's right for him? I don't know. But does he seem happy? Sure. Do I think it's a little contrived? Yes. I accidentally used that word like 3 times in this one episode, and I didn't mean to. I haven't
even been to be like, what does that mean?
Contrived, like calculated, contrived,
Got
like
it.
Made up on purpose.
Got it.
But I'm interested to see what happens. Harry's playing in Austin now for his next set of residencies. And did you see the videos of him like he got a banner at MSG for like the 15 nights that he did there? And my girl Gail King like gave it to him, and she was like, "Harry, we don't want to sing it." It was so cute. I was like, "I love you, Gail King." But it was iconic, and I love him. But Daddy, I love him. Like that's how I
love that.
But anyways, so that's it. We'll be back next week with what do we have? Oh, like we'll do our Salt Lake recap,
and then. Whatever. I kind of like the questions. I think I'm going to keep doing that.
Yeah. What do you guys want us to talk about?
What do you want to hear? More Justin. But yeah. Like, follow, subscribe, leave us a comment.
5-star review. We have 2 5-star reviews on the Apple Podcast Store.
Yep.
Pretty big for us.
Yep.
Don't forget to subscribe, etc., etc. And we will see you next week.
Bye.